Okay, it is almost 8 o'clock on Saturday. Guys, look at this. Before I went to bed last night, which was like midnight, I didn't take my makeup off because I was so tired. So I have like leftover makeup on. I didn't brush my hair before bed. I am just eating breakfast very quickly, which basically consists of just a bowl of cereal. And then after that, I am going to clean up my face, brush my hair, and get dressed and head to the funeral home. Lindy, do you want Mama to go to work today? I'm sorry that this footage is not going to be super good because I'm taking it on my cell phone instead of my camera. Hey, Bubba. I know, honey, it's Saturday, but Mama's got a long day of work. We love you. We love you so much. Okay, it is 8:22 right now on Saturday. Should I keep saying Saturday throughout this video? I basically just put my makeup on over my makeup, so not the best look, but like I said, I did not get a lot of sleep last night. I'm heading into the funeral home now, so there you go. I actually live very close to the funeral home. I'm at a red light right now, and that's really good, especially on Saturdays because there is no traffic whatsoever because normal people aren't working. So I get there very quickly. Okay, so I'm in the Tim Hortons drive-thru right now. Just gonna get myself a green tea. We have two Tim Hortons that are like right on the corner of like the intersection where our funeral home is. So you can always get, you know, your coffee or whatever. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. What's that clock say up there? I don't know. Is that the date? Oh, it says it's 8:51. It looks weird. Backwards like that, but anyways, it's just about 9 o'clock. I just got to the funeral home. I realized I never even told you guys like what it is that I have to do today. Basically, I have a funeral at 11. It's for cremated remains, but I still have to be at the church and do a ton of stuff over there. And then I have two arrangement conferences, one at 1 o'clock and then another one at 3. And I hate doing arrangements on Saturdays so much, and the only reason being is because like cemeteries in a lot of places, they're only open until 12 on Saturdays. So when I meet with families, I like, unless I have cell phone numbers and things like that, the work that I can do is a bare minimum. I just have to call places and hope that they call me back. So we'll see how everything goes. Okay, 9:30 right now, and me and my associate are currently getting yelled at by a family for something that is completely outside of our control. I'm trying to get my car ready because I have to put flowers in there for a funeral. So basically, a family called wanting to make a change to a ad for our Buffalo newspaper, and it ran one day. The family approved it, and then they wanted to make a change for the second day that it was going to be running, and we did that and sent them the new proof, and it was approved by them once again. And this morning they go to the website of the news that's not associated with our funeral home, and the news never updated the website. So they're calling us, yelling at us that it needs to be fixed right this second. We informed them that since it's Saturday, people don't get into the Buffalo News until 2 p.m. I called their normal business hour line and their after hour line, the only two numbers that we have. Left messages, very detailed messages on both. And we informed them, you know, that's all that we can do right now. We're not associated with the news. They don't get until 2 p.m. and the family is adamant that they don't want to wait for a change until 2. And this is just one of those things where there's nothing else that we can do, and it sucks. And people are yelling at us because we're the ones who are face to face with them every day, and we're the ones who are taking care of everything. So if you're watching this part of the video right now, be kind to your funeral directors. We're doing the best that we can to try to make it easy for you. Okay, this is such a bad angle. I am currently driving to the church. It is 9:58. I was supposed to be there at 10 o'clock for an 11 o'clock service. Family's not going to be there until 10:30, but still I'd like to get there an hour earlier. But the phone kept ringing at the funeral home, so I was on the phone longer than I thought. So, yeah. 11:07. Church started a little bit late, which was not bad. I have been handing out programs and prayer cards, having people sign a register book as they arrive to the church. And now that the Mass has finally started, I can hide in the back for basically an hour until the very end of the services. At the end of the services, I will go up and make an announcement for everybody about the luncheon. This is one for cremated remains, so then I will be grabbing the cremated remains and we will process out, and then everything here will end. So we've just been doing a lot of work for the past hour over here, and now basically we have an hour where we just sit and wait until the Mass is done. One thing you get really good at when you do Catholic funerals is finding places within the church where you can basically just stay out of sight for the hour that it's going on. So I have found the confessional, and basically I'm just sitting here because I can still hear the Mass, so I can still be close. Oh, since the Mass started late, it also ended late. So I am leaving the church now. It's 12:30, and it should take me about 10 or 15 minutes to get back to the funeral home. I hate running late. That's one thing that I hate doing. So I have a family scheduled to come in at 1 o'clock right now to make arrangements for their loved one, and I always like to be at the funeral home at least a half an hour before a family comes in, just so I can turn on all of the lights and make certain that everything is okay. But in this situation, I am lucky that I am even getting there. Can you guys even see me? I can't even look at my screen because obviously I am driving. So that was a bad angle. I have it on my steering wheel. So anyways, like I said, I am going to the funeral home now to meet with the family and to make arrangements. So I will get there in probably 10 minutes. There's no traffic right now because it is Saturday. So then I will be doing all of that. So I will try to film a little update to let you guys know. Okay, so I just got done meeting with my first family. It is 2:30 right now, and I ran across the street because I am going to Tim Hortons to get myself a coffee because I desperately need one right now. Okay, so since I just ordered everything, I'm in the line. It's moving pretty quick though. So I just met with that one family. Basically took me an hour and a half to sit down with them and go over all of the funeral arrangements that they wanted to do for their loved one. I have not made any phone calls yet. I have not done anything for that funeral yet. Basically, they walked out of the funeral home and I got in my car to come to Tim Hortons to get myself a coffee. And when I get back to the funeral home, I'll be back there in just a minute or so. I'm going to try to input as much information that I took from them into my computer system so I can at least get that all updated. And then once I do that, I will be trying to start filling out some of the forms that I'm going to need to do in order to start contacting the doctor so I can try to get him to sign the death certificate so we could get the services underway for them. So that is where we are right now. Okay, so it is 5:45 right now on Saturday, the exact same day that I've been filming all these little videos, and I just got done meeting with my one family that came in at 3 o'clock. So 2 hours and 45 minutes it took to do one arrangement conference. So I have so far today met with 2 families, and I still have all of this work to do. So honestly, I'm just right now exhausted, and I am probably going to just do the bare minimum. So for instance, I have to put a couple of different notices in the paper for tomorrow. So what I'm going to be doing is at least notifying the churches. I have a couple of cell phone numbers for some of these ministers to just confirm the times of these services, and then I'm going to be contacting the newspaper to make certain that these notices go in for tomorrow. So when you're doing arrangement conferences, a lot of times there are certain things that you have to do right away because you have deadlines. So contacting the churches and contacting the newspapers are one of those things that have deadlines that I have to make certain I get everything in order and over to them. But then there are a couple of things that I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow to come in and to take care of. So for instance, like ordering the caskets and things like that. Since it is Saturday, most places like these casket company, vault companies, cemetery, they're all closed. A lot of them will have answering services that I can leave messages for, but normal people don't work on weekends. So they just don't have the staff in the office like I am. So like I said, I am going to try to do just what has to get done right now, and then hopefully get out of here sooner rather than later so I can go home and sleep. So yeah, I just called the Buffalo News. I am inputting things into my computer system right now, and hopefully once I get this proof back from the news, I will be able to go home for the day and come back tomorrow and pick up where I left off. I also have to make certain that I do our funeral website for the family. So I have to put in all the information. Besides for sending it to the newspaper, I have to put all the information online for our funeral home, and that's what I'm doing right now. So there's a lot of paperwork that comes into play. A lot of paperwork. Once a family leaves, after I meet with a family for a visitation, I probably have a good hour to 2 hours worth of just phone calls and paperwork that I have to take care of. And that does not include the death certificate stuff, which a lot of times that can be crazy on top of it. We have to which we're not going to be able to contact the doctor until at least Monday, because a lot of doctors don't answer their phones on the weekends. So the hour to 2 hours of paperwork and phone calls is just things that I'm doing, like I was saying, contacting the cemeteries. I have to contact the church. I still have to call the church actually to confirm a couple of different things. So I'm going to do that right now as well. A lot of paperwork, a lot behind the scenes. And none of this also includes the body work. So the actual embalming process, dressing, casketing, cosmetology, doing the hairs, everything like that. So it's a lot. It's a lot. I know this video has just basically been little snippets of me throughout the day, kind of explaining what I'm doing or what I've done. But it's the only way that I kind of know how to do this. Just because I can't show you all a person's loved one and what I'm doing, working on them and different things. Hopefully this just at least gives you a little bit of an idea of my day. Almost 7 o'clock right now. I just got to my brother and sister-in-law's house after I came home very quickly, and I changed. I'm wearing, honestly, like a Vault sweatshirt. This is our Vault company. But there's still a couple of things that I'm going to do today. I am going to keep checking my phone to make certain that the news notices are set to run for tomorrow and a couple of things like that. But basically, I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. I did everything that I have to do for my deadlines for tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'm just going to come back to the funeral home, do more paperwork, more phone calls, things like that. So I know that these videos have been just like little snippets of me kind of talking about what I'm doing throughout my day and things like that. I know I really didn't show you all a lot of what I did because it's just very difficult to show you, because I can't necessarily show you details just out of respect for the families that I'm serving. So I hope that at least by me showing you these little clips and talking about it, you can kind of get an idea of what my day today was like. I don't want to say an average day because I don't have an average day. Every single day is different. Hopefully I can do a couple more things like this and get better at it, to just give you all ideas of what funeral directors do and what their days can look like. 2:03 a.m. on Sunday. Just got a death call. I thought my updates for this video would be over by now, but funeral director continued. So like I said, I just got a death call. It's like 2:15, I don't know, 2 something in the morning. I called the family and set up a time to have them meet with me today. You're getting a very rare no makeup Lauren. So I called a staff member of mine. They're gonna go out, pick up the person, and I'm gonna go to bed and get some sleep so I can meet this family in the morning. Okay, everybody, so say hi to Keith. This is my one associate who I talk about in my videos of being like my right-hand man. I wanted to just show him so he could explain to you basically what he has been doing for a week.
Yes,
a week. Okay, so do you want to kind of explain?
Sure. A patient died on Tuesday. Today is now Sunday. Technically, per the state rules, a doctor has 72 hours to sign a certificate so that we can complete the final disposition of a body. So let's see. Wednesday, the nursing home calls us and says that the hard copy, not EDRS, which is the online certificate, but a hard copy is done, signed, and at the front desk. Great. That was on Wednesday. On Thursday, I took a stroll down there in my vehicle to pick up the certificate, and nobody could find the certificate anywhere. So they're looking, they can't find it. They call the nursing supervisor, they still can't find it. I waited for half an hour. I said, I gotta go, I don't have any time to wait. Please call me when it's signed or when you can find it. Great. So that was on Thursday. On Friday, I called them up again, and again, they were like, yeah, it's here at the front desk, come get it. I'm like, excellent. Well, Friday we were busy, I couldn't go, so I decided to go Saturday. So Saturday, again, no certificate. They still can't find it. So where are we today? Sunday. Go back on Sunday because the nursing supervisor called me and said, yes, she has the copy in her hand. I'm just like, are you sure it's the signed copy? She's like, yes, it is. I have it right in my hand. I'm like, great. Please bring it to the front desk. I'm coming in to pick it up before I head into work on Sunday morning. So I head out there to pick it up, and she brings me out a Xerox copy of a certificate. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm sorry, this is not it. This is not the original certificate. This is going to do me no good whatsoever. Well, this is all we have, and that was that. So I come back to the funeral home. I end up doing a little investigation into trying to find this doctor because nobody wants to give me a phone number, and I understand that, the privacy laws and whatnot. So I get a hold of the doctor's wife. She gives me her cell phone number, and I decide to go to the doctor's house on Mother's Day, believe it or not, to get a certificate signed, which he was totally sympathetic, and he understands, but sometimes it's not in his hands. It's the nursing home or that staff that screws everything up.
It's been
4 or 5 days. I am stressed. This is just one certificate. Now I'm having problems with another certificate for a person that needs to be cremated tomorrow, and
it's a full-time job. So
I have no life.
I want to see if I can do this. So it is basically like a full-time job of sometimes getting these certificates and tracking down these doctors. And this is all stuff that people do not see, because this is all stuff that we take care of, like once a family comes in and meets with us, and then in between that meeting and doing the calling hours and doing the funeral service. This is all behind the scene work. More things that people don't see that we have to take care of on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so obviously I just decided to continue on with this blog just to kind of show you. So just to recap a little bit, obviously you guys saw me waking up in the middle of the night to take that death call and to contact the family and everything like that. Once I had done that, I thankfully was able to go back to bed because I had my associate and another funeral director go out to the house and pick up this person and take them into our care. And it's currently 2:40 right now on Sunday. It's actually Mother's Day today, and I just got done meeting with that family at the funeral home. They came in at 12 o'clock and went through everything. I was able to thankfully get a hold of the church for their services because I had the deacon's cell phone number, so I was able to get a hold of him, and I'm just waiting back for my newspaper proof to put this in tomorrow's paper. And then basically I'm gonna be going home and trying to rest up a little bit. The thing that stinks about today being Mother's Day is that I actually missed brunch or lunch with my mother-in-law. Once again, all part of the job. I miss things all the time. It is what it is. But once again, holidays, weekends, it doesn't matter. We are always working. So anyways, I think that this will be the last little update because how many times can I sit in my car and tell you all what I'm doing? So once again, if you liked this kind of video thing that I did, I know, once again, I didn't show you a ton of things just because I can't really show you like me working with families and things like that. But hopefully you all did like this a little bit. Hopefully I was able to inform you or at least keep you updated as to kind of what a day in the life is. If you did like this, I might try to do it some more, but with like me doing just other things because I don't really have an average day. So just show you different scenarios of what my days can kind of look like. You can always give this video a thumbs up, and thank you for watching. I will see you all next time.